Today I'm going to use this GumOut multi-system tune-up. It's similar to seafoam. You mix it with your gas, your oil, and also in your intake. I've already got my calculations figured out, so they recommend you use the whole can for gas. Put the whole can in your tank, but I've actually got a small 10-gallon tank, so I'm going to go ahead and put 5 gallons of gas in my tank with 5 ounces of this. I'm also I have 5 quarts of oil, so I'm going to put 5 ounces of this into my oil, and then I'm going to put the rest of it in through the intake, which will be about 3 ounces. So what did I say? 5 ounces for the fuel, 5 ounces for the oil, and then that'll leave us with 3 ounces for the intake. That should be plenty. So first I'm going to go to the gas station and fuel up. I'll put this in at the gas station. The reason I'm doing this is because I am due for oil change and refuel. So you'll see in a couple seconds, it wants me to change the oil. I'm gonna disregard that message by clicking this button here. So it'll go away just for this time I'm driving. And then a couple, you can see that I need fuel. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to the gas station and fuel up right now. I'm at the gas station. Five ounces. I'm just gonna go ahead and dump this in the oil real quick. The back of the can says to run your car for 10 minutes after doing this. I'm just gonna go ahead and drive it to and from the store to get oil. And when I get home, I'll do an oil change. Measure out another 5 ounces. Put this one in the gas tank. It would help if I had a funnel, but this will work. It went in. And then now I'm gonna get about 4 gallons of gas. I'll be right back. Alright, 4 gallons. Uh-oh. I went over 4 gallons. It's okay. So that put me at almost half a tank. So I'm gonna clear that just so I can drive. And then I'm gonna clear my trip. And I'm just curious to see how much I'm gonna be driving. I'm gonna go get oil and go back to my house, and then I'll do the oil change. We'll have the rest of our can here. We're gonna go ahead and put it through the intake. So I'm gonna pop the hood and take off the vacuum hose. It is still at running temperature. I'll show you guys on 3 different cars, including the one that I'm working with today, where I'm going to put the GumOut stuff. I'm going to go ahead and put it in this vacuum line here. If you look, it actually goes down to the intake manifold, so down there. So to take this one off, so you push it in like this, so it kind of relieves pressure off of it, and you slide this little tab down and it will slide off. And then you can actually twist this because it has a little grommet thing on here. You can twist it up, and then you can bend it down and you can pour your liquid right in there. It's very important that you don't pour too quickly, because if you do, you can hydrolock your engine. The liquid will, and you can just pop it right back on. The liquid will have nowhere for it to go, and when the piston goes up and there's nowhere for it to go, it's gonna bend in the rod, or it's gonna do some damage. So you want to try to avoid that. Now I'll show you on 2 other engines where you can put it on. This is a kind of different engine than what most of you are probably used to. Here we have a Chevy. On here you could do two different ways of doing it. One thing, this one probably won't have that much vacuum, is you could take this line that goes from the valve cover to the intake, and you can tip it up like this and pour it in there. If it has a lot of vacuum, I would do that. If it doesn't have that much vacuum, I wouldn't suggest doing that. One reason would be this is probably going to be spitting oil out. An easier way to do it, this is also going to the intake, is you can just pull this off the brake booster. There's a little clip here, and you slide that down, a little hose clamp, slide that down, pull this hose off, and that will have sufficient vacuum in it. Like I said before, do not pour too much in there too fast. You can hydrolock the engine, and that's a big deal. Let that sit for 15 minutes.